all entitled to equal protection before the law. So whatever that I get, you get. Whatever I kena, you also kena. Right? So equality before the law, very simplistically speaking. And then, because we use the law in order to kena you and I, and in order to protect you and I, those laws of course must also be clear, and they must be just, they must be fair, so it must be enough to apply across the board, and it must protect fundamental liberties, you know, freedom of speech, freedom of association, freedom of movement, freedom of assembly, so, you know, human rights. We want to protect these fundamental liberties. And then, of course, the third thing, we must have access to justice. You have a system which is equal. You have a system where you have laws that protect human rights. But what good is all this if people cannot get access to justice? So not only rich people who should get access to justice, not only people who know about the law should, you know, have access to justice, the poor people, the people who don't know anything about the law, these people should also have access to justice. That's a very important part of what rule of law is all about. And of course, lastly, you have all these things in place. You have equality, you have access to justice. What about at the end of the day when the justice is actually dispensed with? At the end of the day, the outcome of the justice is that you want to make sure that it's effectively dispensed with. You get justice at the end of the day. So the court system has got to be effective, right? So we put all this together. This is what the rule of law is all about. So to me, that's the entire backbone of structure of rule of law. I think somebody's here.